Hello, my little strawberry love bugs. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to Strawberry. Bunch, 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 bunch. All of you in the patch. ASMR. I am so happy to be back with you. Back. I missed you guys so much as usual, and if you cannot tell already, it is Hello Kitty Day. It is Hello Kitty Day. Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty Day. So I have lots of fun little Hello Kitty things to show you, and we'll do a little bit of stimming and reading and affirmations and all of that good stuff. But I did make a couple new nail rings that have Hello Kitty on them, but I'm kind of doing a mix and match with my other strawberry rings. I need to figure out a new glue for my rings, my nail rings, because I want to start selling them to you guys, and I have to figure out a better glue option, because the hot glue, it warps the nail a little too much. So, but it is Hello Kitty Day, so let's show off the fit, the hair, the makeup. Alright, the makeup there. So we did, of course, a little Hello Kitty makeup look. There will be a behind the scenes per usual. So if you like my makeup, every week I try self-talk that's positive, like positive self-talk. So I tell myself, okay, you're anxious, you want to cry, you want to have a meltdown, but are you safe? Are you loved? Is everything going to be okay? And talking through it, and then giving my husband my arms for squeezies, and his encouragement is so important. So I'm giving you the same encouragement now, that you're okay. Okay? We're okay. We got this. It's you and me and you and me and you and me and you and me only. Nobody needs you right now because you picked this time to relax, this time for some therapy, this time for some whimsy and some Hello Kitty and some happy and some silly and crazy and kooky. And this is your time. So shake it out. My son was going to a new little camp this week, and I was anxious because I didn't know where I was gonna park or like what the routine was. And it's just that anxiety of not knowing. I get it so much. I get it. But you are so beautiful. Your brain is so beautiful. And you deserve to be here. And you deserve to be in the patch, in the patch, in the patch. Also wanted to say, the strawberry patch is not just for those who are autistic. I am autistic, which is why I put that a lot in the titles. But my ASMR, one, can be for anybody because this is helpful for anxiety as well. But two, for all neurodivergence, ADHD, and other things that you struggle with, autism, OCD, anxiety disorder, it helps with all of it. I'm trying to change the game when it comes to ASMR and just be different. Not too slow, not too fast, not too slow, not too fast. In the middle. Okay, we're gonna do the telephone effect. Okay, and it's gonna change the volume just a little bit. In 3, 2, 1. Hello. What would you like to order? Okay, you want an iced coffee? What else would you like? A Hello Kitty themed video. Okay, perfect. Let me find that button. Okay, yep. What else are you looking for? Some stationery supplies, some Puffy stickers. Perfect. Cozy vibes. Onesie vibes. Happy. Sleepy. Oh, you're having trouble sleeping? Okay, that's good to know. Okay, yeah, you can focus on Hello Kitty for a second, and focus on me for a second. Hello Kitty for a second, and me for a second. Good job. Let me find that button. Can I put in your name? Okay, can I put in your phone number? Okay, what's your address? Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm back and I'm ready to pour your iced coffee. Strawberry straw. I'm so matchy. Okay. First thing I want to show you, I got a Funko Pop. Now, I took her out of the box already, but that's okay. I want to show you the box, and then I'll show you her, okay? Bubbles. Hello Kitty and friends. She looks like this. Little bow, eyes, nose, little beak. We have the menu in the back. Magical. I don't know what's so tingly about cardboard, but I love tapping on it. Okay, so I got her. You ready? You want to see her? I got her out already. I was too excited. She's the cutest. She has a little cake. I feel like she and strawberry shortcake can be best friends. Now I have 4 Funko Pops. Winnie the Pooh, Strawberry Shortcake, Flower from Bambi, and Hello Kitty. I just think these are the cutest little figures ever. I love them. I adore them. She's gonna have so much fun on the shelf with her friends. So, this is her. I love her. Very excited. So, she's gonna hang out with me. Actually, you wanna hold her for a minute? Okay. You can hold her for a minute. Alright. Next, I got like a squishy diary. You ready? It's Hello Kitty, but it's squishy. we'll do one side and then the other side. Okay. So, which sticker first? One of these. This one. Okay, I think we're gonna place her right. sail toward a little cove on the island of Calteri. It was just a mile east of the village, and its harbor tucked behind a veil of rocks and trees. She aimed the boat between the rocks. "You're going to crash," Kaz observed. "I'm not going to crash," Kyla said. "I'm going to dock." Inside the cove, there used to be a wooden dock that belonged to her family's cottage. She remembered she used to squat on the end and watch the fish dance in the water. At low tide, she'd be able to see crabs scuttling over the rocks, and at high tide, mer babies would swim around the dock posts before they were crawled out to sea by their parents, a sighting that locals said was good luck. She wasn't, of course, entirely certain the dock would still be standing, but she supposed she could drop anchor and make it way to shore, or she could just beach the boat, provided she could avoid slicing the hull on the rocks. One hand on the rudder, she guided the sailboat around the rocks and into the cove. Kaz clambered up the mast, using his tendrils to climb for a better view. With the light so low in the sky, the cove was coated in shadows, and the water looked nearly black, and the trees and the rocky cliffs behind them cast even more shadows. It was silent except for the lapping of the waves on the rocky shore and the call of an unseen bird from one of the pine trees. But despite the shadows, it didn't feel unwelcoming. As they drifted deeper into the cove, it felt as if the shadows were embracing them in the same way that a thick nest of blankets did on a chilly night. Kyla spotted the old dock right where it was supposed to be. It was more rickety than she remembered, though. About a third of the slats were missing, like the smile of an old man who'd lost some of his teeth. Luckily, the posts were still there, sturdy but coated in seaweed. Using the pole, she saddled the boat up next to the dock and tossed a line around the post. Yanking on the line, she dragged them closer and tied a bowline knot. She remembered her mother teaching her how to make this exact knot on this very same dock. It felt both just like yesterday and a lifetime ago. She shook her head to chase the memory away. Climbing over the crates, Kyla pulled the sail down and wrapped it tight against the boom. Kaz was perched on one of the book crates. "I am not walking on that." "You'd rather swim?" "I'd rather stay on the boat," he said. Kyla sighed and rubbed her eyes. She'd never felt this bone marrow deep tired before. Even when she stayed up all night with her books, it was never like this. Between the stress of their escape and the effort of their night and all-day sail, she felt like a book so well read that its pages curled and spine cracked. "I can carry you." He was quiet, and then he said, "That's undignified." "You think the shrubbery is going to mock you?" If he had eyes she had expected, he would have rolled them at her. "Fine, carry me, but only if you tell no one." "Who am I gonna tell? I don't know anyone here, and I don't want to." And she scooped him up, careful to gather all the soil that clung to his exposed roots. It felt like holding a very plump and very leafy toddler. His tendrils draped over her shoulders, and he grumbled as he adjusted her grip. "We're going to lay low, keep to ourselves, and avoid trouble," she said. "With luck, none of the locals will even know we're here." Kyla tapped the nearest slat of wood with her toes, and it seemed sound enough. Cautiously, she shifted her weight and was pleased when the dog held. Kaz's leaves flattened around her back, and she carried him carefully as she stepped from slat to slat, testing each one before she trusted it. At last, she reached the shore. He climbed down from her arms to the ground. Shaking out his leaves, he groomed himself with a tendril. He looked a bit like a cat licking his fur. "We won't ever speak of that again." "Of course," she agreed. She looked up at the knot of greenery in front of them. There used to be a path with stairs carved into the rocks, but all she could see was a tangle of vines cascading down the hill. Frowning at it, she placed in front of the green. The stone step should still be there if she could find... there! Knocking away a few vines, Kyla uncovered the first step. "Found it." "Found what?" Kaz asked. "The way home." She felt the word vibrate through her. Step by step she climbed with Kaz behind her, clearing the steps as best she could. Some she was only able to uncover a few inches, but it was enough. By the time she reached the top, She couldn't tell where the walls ended and the green began. Her former home looked one gulp from being swallowed entirely.
It's nice, Kat said. Now who's lying, Kyla said. It has a roof and walls.
Well, he was right about that. It could be worse. An owl hooted much too close, and Kyla jumped. Cass skittered behind her. She forced herself to breathe and calm down. It didn't look as if anyone was living in the house, which was good. She could have come back to find squatters or new owners if the locals had decided there was no more living relatives who might return to claim it. She wouldn't vouch for how many mice, birds, or other critters had taken up residence inside. She'd wish they arrived earlier so it wouldn't look so dark in there.
Should we go in? Guys asked.
Yes, maybe. No. She wanted to retreat to the boat, sail back to Elysium, and sequester herself in her nice, warm, safe cubicle deep within the stacks of books, where she knew what to expect out of every night and every day. If she went into this house, what would she find? And if she didn't, what would happen then? She hated not knowing which was the right choice. Have I made a terrible mistake coming here? The owl hooted again. We go in, Kyla said. They approached the front door, and it felt like walking up to the mouth of a slumbering beast. It was ajar with dead leaves clogging the entranceway. She nudged them out of her way with her foot and leaned against the door to push it open further. It squeaked loudly as if it hadn't moved in years, which was entirely possible. Stepping inside, Kyla waited for her eyes to adjust. The last gasps of day shed a grayish light through the few windows that weren't blocked by vines. It was enough to see some shapes, chairs, she guessed, and a table. She matched the shadows to her memories and was surprised to find it felt familiar, like a half-remembered old tale. The wood-burning stove was, yes, there, squatting like a hulking creature with a chimney rising from its back. And a daybed used to be in the front corner, and that's where she used to sleep. And her parents' bedroom butted off the back, and a kitchen area with a sink and a window that overlooked the back garden should be to her left beyond the table. She couldn't see that in the darkness, though, and it made her feel as if she'd walked into a surreal kind of dream, with pieces of memories overlaid by shadows. She wondered how Cass felt about this place. If you'd rather, we could spend the night in the boat and explore this in the morning, she offered.
Sleep on the boat? Cass sounded appalled. With fish under us?
You really have a thing for fish, she said. I had no idea.
You hear stories, he said darkly.
Do you really? She navigated across the room and leaves crunching underfoot and found the daybed exactly where she remembered it. It seemed smaller, though, and dustier. Lifting the quilt, she shook it, and twigs and leaves and dust flew into the air, and she coughed. Setting the quilt aside in a heap, she pushed her hands against the mattress. It hadn't disintegrated, which was a plus. She supposed it would hold her, and under where the quilt had lain, it wasn't that dusty, at least in comparison. It wasn't as if, after sailing through the night and day, she was particularly clean anyway.
Hey, there's a hole in the floor, Cass said, pleased. I can root here.
Could she sleep here after their escape and long sail? She should be able to sleep anywhere. If mice or raccoons or whatever murdered me in the night, at least I'll get some rest. Gingerly, she lay down on the little bed. It creaked, but it didn't collapse. The quilt was velvety soft of worn cotton, and the mattress cradled her as she sank into it. It smelled like dust and like little roses, and she felt her neck and shoulders begin to unknot. Outside, the owl hooted softly. As dawn pried its fingers into the vine-covered cottage, Kyla opened her eyes. She screamed when she saw a man standing in the doorway with a skydice in his hands. She tried to jump to her feet, but the little daybed couldn't handle the quick movement. It toppled over, and she spilled onto the floor. The man rushed forward, and Kyla screamed again. He backpedaled, leaning his scythe against the wall. He held up his palms out. Sorry, very sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. He had a deep voice, and it was soothing. She'd never seen him before, which wasn't a surprise since she hadn't been here in ages. He wasn't what she'd call handsome, but he didn't look like a murderer either. Not that she knew what a murderer would look like. He was tall, which wasn't She felt a panic rise up her in her stomach. Kaz, are you okay? Did he hurt you? Hands out, the man said in the same deep tone. I didn't hurt anyone or see anyone else. There was only you here when I came in. Her heart was thumping wildly in her ribcage, even though he hadn't made any threatening moves beyond coming into the place where she was sleeping and scaring her half to death. It was terrifying enough that he was a large male in here, and I don't see Kaz. Why are you here? She demanded, trying and failing to keep the shake out of her voice. Who are you, and what do you want? Mildly, he said, I'd like to ask you the same questions. This house has been abandoned for years, but that doesn't mean it's someone's home. It's mine, Kyla said. My home. It is. Ah, he said. He waited for her to explain further. My name is Kyla. My parents lived here and my mother's parents before them. I was born here. We moved away when I was 8 or 9. They never sold their cottage. It's mine. Ah. He wasn't going to say more than that. She saw a hint of movement out of the corner of her eye and glanced up at the rafters. Kaz was there, draped around one of the cobweb-choked beams, and he waved a tendril at her, and she exhaled. Yeah, he's okay, he's just hiding. She wished she could have done that. And you are, Lauren Maver. I live at the base of the cliff near town. Noticed your boat in the cove and came to see who was using the old cottage. Around here, we like to keep an eye out for each other. Outer Islanders care for her own. She heard that dozens of times as a kid. This far away from the cities and larger islands, they didn't have much of a choice. But it was also a point of pride. She supposed it was a reasonable explanation for why he was here. He couldn't have known she'd be asleep on a dusty old daybed, and she still didn't like the way he felt the entire doorway blocking the exit. You mean you're nosy? He smiled, and the expression transformed him from ordinary into stunningly handsome. It was like the sun coming out from behind the clouds over a stormy sea, and she found herself smiling back without meaning to, and as soon as she realized she was doing it, she frowned. Sure, Lauren said, that's one word for it. We prefer neighborly, but noisy is probably just as accurate. Still could be a murderer, she reminded herself. There was no law that said a dangerous man couldn't also be handsome. On the other hand, he hadn't moved any closer since she screamed. In fact, in retrospect, he looked almost as spooked as she felt. She was suddenly very aware that her hair was matted on one side, and her mouth tasted like peanuts. This wasn't how she wanted to meet the neighbors. In fact, she'd been hoping to not meet them at all. It would have been simpler if she could have stayed unnoticed. Fewer variables, fewer problems. Oh, she'd wish she'd just leave. What brings you to culture? He asked. Kyla considered half a dozen answers. She settled on the one that was simplest and required the least amount of reliving recent traumatic events. I've had enough of the city. Miraculously, he seemed to find that answer both reasonable and sufficient. Would you like help? He looked around the cottage as if cataloging all the things she could possibly need help with, which was, in a rough estimate, everything. Do you need help settling in? Absolutely not. The last thing she wanted him to do was stay and help. The entire point of coming to Culture was to hide away in a place she knew no one and no one knew her, and she said Kaz and the books would be safe. Thanks, but I have it covered. He raised his eyebrows as if he didn't believe her, but he didn't argue or try to convince her otherwise, which she appreciated. Well, if you change your mind, I'm just through the woods down by the shore. He waved toward the northwest. It's the Murr House farm with the yellow house near the water. Drop by any time. She had absolutely zero intention of ever doing that, but she thanked him, best not to be rude to their new neighbor, especially if she got him to leave faster. He left, taking his guide, then she watched him out the window,